Test, 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 test. Boo, I caught ya. I caught ya. I caught you trying to pull the fire alarm. I mean, way. Hello. Hello. How you guys doing? Happy Monday. Run into the authorities. Where? Hello, guys. How you guys doing? Just warmed up my voice because today's a yapping stream. I don't have like a set topic to talk about today. I was kind of hoping we would just go off vibes. I was hoping for a sub today. What do you mean? Well, it's a good thing that Mr. Pancakes is here, right? It's a good thing Mr. Pancakes is here. But also, what do you mean? What do you mean? Let's see what we got here today. Let's see who we got here, and we'll get right into class. Because I was listening to XG, and I'm in the groove. You know, I'm in the groove. Who we got here? We got Seribot, our rock, Amontes. Hello. You are in fact third if you don't count. If you do count the initial stream start announcement and Seribot, you are third. You are third. Matthew, hello. You gotcha, sticker. Sutton Body, hello. Devin, hello. Ghosty, hello, and thank you for the lurk. And Folk, I see you moving the booty and getting the sticker. And Matthew, thank you for the 5 stream streak. And Station, you also got your sticker. How you guys doing? Mr. Pancake says Monokuma. Oh my gosh. Not the Monokuma. Not the Dangle Rompers. Okay, I want you guys to listen to XG. I want you guys to listen to XG. So let's get to class. Wait, I'm looking kind of small. My model's looking kind of small. I think it's because when I put myself on the floor, I was like, oh, I'm a little too big, and now I'm a little too small. And Gojikins, hello. Hello, hello. How you guys doing? It's me, Bibin Kabir, your local Sunbear art history teacher and educational streamer. And you summon the cats. The cats aren't even here yet. They're not here yet. They were pretty loud during one of my meetings today. During one of my, like, whole team meetings, you could just hear them in the background, just... Wah! So yeah, and pet Mr. Pancakes. You guys pet the cats and Mr. Pancakes, but not me, your cute teacher. Oh yeah, paw cam today. Hand cam, paw cam. It is getting a little dark though, so maybe it's a little bright, but whatever. So my room is 4 slices of American cheese. Give it to me. Heck yeah. I don't need head pats, I just need cheese. But hello everyone, hello, how you guys doing? We are just yapping today. Today's one of them just yapping streams. Oh, and as such, I should turn on the appropriate... Hey! How dare you? Pet! That's not what I mean. Let me turn on the appropriate redeems. There you go. Very rare that I turn them on. But now all the redeems are open. I think all the ones that should be open. Oh wait, no, hieroglyph request? No, we're not gonna do hieroglyph request. That's gonna be for the hieroglyph streams. What are you guys doing? It's Monday. Weekend was pretty good, pretty relaxing, right? I think OBS updated. It looks like a smidge different. I know that I'm supposed to like press the I have to approve of the update, and I do vaguely recall doing that. But it's only now that I'm like, oh, how about that? I approved it and it did actually, you know, update. Teacher, how the heck do you use Posca markers? Oh, did you wait? Were you here on Saturday? Oh wait, you were doing you're going to the big locals in the sky, you said. We didn't finish our Posca marker stream. If you're asking about Posca markers, I do have, well, I can't even say I have tips. I just have experience, but not necessarily tips. Hold on. Yeah, we didn't finish last time, but we are gonna work on it. Not this week, because this week's pretty busy, but next week. So, you know, Posca markers, they're very opaque. They're very, ooh, three card tarot reading. You got it, Ghosty. Let me just finish my Posca marker thought, and we'll get to giving you guys a 3-card tarot reading. But yeah, these are like very opaque paint markers. Here, I made this one. My Monzemon card sleeve. You missed a relevant stream. Yeah, it was just the last one too. It was just the last one, but it's okay. But yeah, very opaque. You do have to shake the color out of the marker. Essentially, you have to be very careful with the control of it. It's kind of like playing with watercolor, where you have to think of it less as coloring traditionally like with acrylic markers and more like you are manipulating water, like you're water bending. It's kind of like that, kinda. I guess my only tips for Posca markers are layers, 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 layers. If you think it looks opaque, it's not. You actually need a second layer, maybe even a third. So, and the cool thing is that it's kind of like acrylic paint where you can layer it after it fully dries. If you want to experiment with gradients, like smooth transitions and gradients, you can paint you can like introduce a new color while the old one is still moist, but it can be kind of shaky. When I layer, it eats the previous layer. Oh no, I guess what I mean is, like, for example, like the blue on the background for this one, that's 2 layers of the same blue. It's 2 layers of the same blue, and then you can like layer like the yellow on top of it. Though I wouldn't exactly recommend it. It is possible. It is possible because of how opaque the colors are. And if you're having a hard time, never question the idea that maybe it's the markers that are are defective in some way, because I have had markers that are kind of strange in that way, where we just had a last stream where we had a brown marker that was just kind of like, it wasn't quite releasing the brown pigment the way that I wanted to. You love acrylic paint? Yeah. I'm doing white on white and it eats like a lot of lotto scratcher. Oh, yes. Yeah, depending on what you're going for, you might need to like it's almost like painting on canvas, where you might need to have like a what's it called, like a wash first, just to like have some like a surface for the pigment to adhere to, and then you could start your layering as you would normally, if that makes sense, right? But yeah, I definitely understand. Yeah, kind of like a primer, but sometimes it's not even like, depending on the oh, and Peg School, hello, you got your sticker. Depending on the medium, sometimes it's not, because I think, yeah, for acrylic you do primer first, and then you can start like, setting your colors on there. I think some canvases are already pre-primed from what I heard. But another thing is, like, you put another layer of color on top of that, I didn't do it with this one, but like, for example, if I wanted to have some kind of like under layer on, say, this one, I would probably do like a yellow or something. But I've also seen other acrylic artists do sandpaper. Got it. There you go. I've seen other like acrylic painters do like a really vibrant color, like baby blue, or like, neon acid green, or like, hot pink, as their kind of underlayer. For once, so that you can kind of tell where like the surface is still kind of shining through. But also for two, to just add a little bit of like, I guess it's weird to just say character to it. But it does add a little bit of a tint, like your underlayer will have like a slight tint on your final product. Trying to do card alters and some of the inks just sit on the card. I see. Oh, dang. So are you working with like really small markers? Because the ones that I have, you can probably hear me opening and closing all my drawers. They're a little bit on the thicker side. I actually don't have a lot that are skinny. I just have like a couple, and it's from like a full pack of like different black ones. So yeah, I think it might depend on the material too, because I've never quite done it on top of a card. It might have some kind of finish on it that prevents like alterations and stuff. Oh, they look like that. Ah, okay. Yeah, it might also be just the surface of the card itself. Friend gave them to me, not fine tip. Oh, okay. That is worth experimenting with, because I do have some bulk that I'm almost for sure not really gonna be using. Hold on, let me check it to see if this is it. Because I don't want to try it on cards that don't end up being bulk. Take my breath away. Okay, I can't actually tell which one of these cards is bulk or not. I was gonna say like, okay, maybe I'll try right now, but nah, I think I'll do it off stream. But yeah, good questions. Good questions. Yeah, I think next time I'll do Posca markers is not this Saturday, but the next Saturday. Which is the same day as locals, but maybe I can move it around. I might also be able to move it around so that you could tune in as well. Let's do a 3-card tarot reading though, because Ghosty redeemed it. And we do have our sci-fi tarot. And it's good that we're doing this at the beginning of the stream, because sometimes we do tarot readings at the very end and I'm already like kind of spent by that point. Yeah, this one's really cool, the sci-fi tarot. I just got this at the beginning of the year. It's funny because like there's this Filipino New Year's tradition where it's like, oh, don't spend money on the first day of the year, you know? So I'm usually really good at that. And this year was no different. I did not spend a penny on January 1st, 2026. Not even on my like, you know how sometimes that's when like subscriptions will like renew? Not even with that. I didn't spend a single dime on January 1st, 2026. But January 2nd, however, I was possessed with the urge to purchase things and be a capitalist cog in the machine. Boo! Everyone boo this bear, boo! But I couldn't help it. This deck looks really cool. It's like photo bashed from like different sci-fi covers throughout the years. So the graphic designer or artist in question, they kind of like photo bashed it together and made it more relevant to the theming of like sci-fi tarot. And look, this is like the holder. It looks like a big old book, right? Isn't that cool? So yeah, let's do it. Let's draw 3 cards for Ghosty. So another thing is my room is very frosty. my room is very cold right now, which is because California, or at least Los Bincos right now, is freaking burning. We're in the 90s right now. Let me see what's the temperature right now. It's actually not too bad because now it's after sunset. So now it's 78 Fahrenheit, but like earlier today it was like 93. And I felt it. I definitely felt it, and then I have to go to the office tomorrow and Wednesday, so I'm gonna be out there burning. Ah! They're so pretty. Thank you, Marshmallow Bears. Also, hello, hello. Yeah, and I realized it's not even spring yet, technically, right? Because spring doesn't start until the 20th. So technically it's still winter, and it's 90 degrees. What the hecky? I've been putting off grocery shopping because it's been 90 since I woke up. Yeah, I think right now, well, my like digital clock is telling me that it's 78 right now. So this might be your best bet. No, it's summer here. It's always summer. California on fire, so business as usual. Yeah, at least we're not getting like the, okay, wait, knock on wood. At least it's not like the fires like last year, where it was like actually like pretty scary. Lucky you guys, it's like 20 over here. Yeah, I heard that like East Coast, it's the complete opposite. Well, I don't know if you're East Coast, but I heard like the other side of the country right now. I don't know if you're in Bear America or not, but I know that it is like freezing cold, storms, blizzards and all that. Nervous laughter? No, yeah, no California on fire. It's not fire season yet. Nah, that'll be, well, because even like June, July doesn't quite feel like it's fire season. That's more of just like summer, right? Fire season, I would say that like, okay, last year was January. It was like late January, right? Let me shuffle one more time. They get the weather, we get the deadly laser. The sun is a deadly laser. I'm in the Bear Midwest. Oh, the Midbearst. The Midbear. Yeah, I do hear that it's like, it's still actually winter in other parts of the world. Except for the southern hemisphere. Right now it's a cozy summer, isn't it? Well, I don't know about cozy, but it is summer. Makes a lot more sense since PC fans are going off. Yeah, we have the AC on right now, but I feel that's probably gonna shut off soon. Hypnotizing. Alright, let's do a 3-card draw for Ghosty. Hypnotize. 3 and then top card. Let's do top card. I have my cheat sheet here too, my little booklet for it. So I think I did center, left, right, right? So we'll see how these 3 cards relate to one another. Alright, so first up, the Star! Ooh, you have a Major Arcana card. So the Star is an example of a Major Arcana. For those who don't know tarot, I always try to explain as best as I can. Tarot cards are usually divided into 2 big categories, and then one of those categories is further subdivided. But you have your Major Arcana and your Minor Arcana. So your Major Arcana are kind of like your big look out for this kind of card. While your Minor Arcana, which is further subdivided into 4 suits, kind of like playing cards, they're kind of like more minor day-to-day things to look out for. But you can also just kind of read these however you want. My philosophy with tarot is that they're not necessarily magical, in my opinion. If you do believe them to be magical, very cool. But personally, I do not. I just see this as more of a way to introspect and kind of see where your thoughts are at the moment. So with the Star, the kind of main name of the game with the Star card is inspiration. Let's see what it says here. The Star, the woman of the cosmos, a journey into the realms of fertility and intuition. So the Star is kind of notable because it, in the Major Arcana, the Major Arcana kind of tells a story, and the card right before the Star is the Tower. The Tower is very scary for a lot of people because it represents catastrophe or like a huge upheaval, a big change. The Star immediately follows it. So this is kind of like, this might be like following a big kind of like change in your life or a big kind of upheaval, or you might be kind of like in the mindset where you feel like you just followed some kind of big change, and now this is the time where you kind of start anew, almost like starting from zero. That woman has no spacesuit. Exactly. She don't need no spacesuit. She's a tough, independent star? Question mark? That looks like Venus behind her, by the way. Which we can analyze this. I mean, this is kind of an art history class, isn't it? So, but I know from traditional iconography, the Star usually represents inspiration, especially after like kind of like a big, like I said, upheaval or a big change in your life, starting from zero. But the only where to go from like, you know, rock bottom is up, right? So if we do a little bit of analysis of this card, we have in big letters the Star, Sci-Fi Tarot Major Arcana. This is tarot number 17. We do see 2 people within a ship. It looks like they're inside a ship, and then they're looking at something outside the starship or spaceship. And it looks like, to me at least, this looks like the planet Venus, but for me it's because of the yellow coloring, but also the hazy clouds. And then there's also a scantily clad woman who's wearing like kind of like a sheer like clothes. She's floating. As Ghosty noticed, she doesn't have a spacesuit, but this is kind of giving the feeling that like she doesn't need a spacesuit. Maybe she is ethereal. She is of the stars. She has no fear of things like pressure or lack thereof or anything like that. There's also a secondary planet right behind her. And then the 2 people over here, they're operating machinery, and they seem to be like looking uncertainly at the woman out in space. Taking all this together, if we do assume that this is Venus, for example, Venus is typically associated with the goddess Venus, so love and romance, but it can also be any kind of passion, so maybe like a passion project. And then let's see, the woman, she might be indicative of, like I said, this ethereality, this like not being brought down by earthly conventions. So maybe in terms of your thoughts, your thoughts might be no longer grounded, but also no longer limited by any kind of like restrictions or restrictions. Let's see. They're alarmed that she lives in the void. She could be a ghost. Exactly. She could be a ghost. Ooh. But yeah, if you put that too, then like that's another thing, that like ghosts are not held down by like the earth anymore. They're not held down by any kind of like earthly ideas. They could be scary too. They could be scary. The woman of the cosmos, a journey into the realms of fertility and intuition. So fertility is another thing that like can be associated with Venus as well as like a romance or love or passion goddess, right? So then at this point you want to imagine whether you are the floating person in the void or if you are the two observers kind of looking at this apparition almost and being like, oh, what's going on there? You know? So we have the star. Let's see what the other cards do to kind of like complement to these two. Ooh, okay, we have a reverse card. This is the Page of Wands. Remind me that it was drawn reversed, which does make a difference when it comes to tarot. So the Page of Wands, this is an example of a minor arcana. The minor arcana is divided, like I said, further subdivided into 4 suits, kind of like playing cards. But instead of hearts, diamonds, clubs, spades, it's wands, cups, swords, and coins or pentacles. Wands, as we have over here, is traditionally associated with the element of fire and associated with ideas such as not necessarily intuition, passion, motivation, the reason why you do the things that you do. And this is also an example of what's called a court card. Kind of like if you guys think of playing cards, how there's like king, queen, and jack. In tarot, there's king, queen, page, and knight. So the page is kind of the thing with court cards is that it could signify a part of yourself, or it could signify another person in your life. So I'm just gonna be saying some like qualities associated with the Page of Wands, and it's kind of up to you to decide on whether it's a part of yourself or if it's someone in your life. So traditionally, the Page of Wands, it's someone in the beginning of their journey, and if it's the beginning of their journey having to do with motivation, it's someone who has a new spark with something. If we read the text here, it says, "A new day dawns on the planet of the spirit." Yeah, so like, and if we also look at the picture itself, we have this person, seems to be femme presenting. They are on a red planet, or like kind of like a barren kind of like wasteland area, but in the background there's also things like towers, spires, maybe like a little village or something like that. And she has a weapon too, this person. Or what could be a weapon, what could just be like some kind of navigation tool. Barren. So this is a person that might be going into uncharted territory for the first time, but isn't necessarily scared. However, we do have to remember, like I said, this was drawn reversed. So reversed doesn't always mean a negative thing. It can just mean that the actual ideas of the card is either in excess or not enough. So maybe this is a person that wants to get started with a new idea, but like they might be like overflowing with ideas, but not enough of carry through, not enough of execution. That's the word I'm looking for, execution. So maybe they have a lot of ideas, but not enough execution. Or maybe the reverse, they want to execute something, but they don't have the ideas for it. So that's like one interpretation of like the Page of Wands is like a person that like might be brimming with ideas, but something's up with like the execution of it, right? Of just doing the darn thing. So coming from the star, this could almost be like the Page of Wands has trouble with the execution, but the star might be what can potentially help them, because these two things do seem to go hand in hand, of like someone who is kind of at the beginning of a journey, and then this is like the inspiration to kind of like carry through with something. And then let me flip this one, and then we'll also, or maybe I should be doing this right now. Okay, let's refer to the booklet for anything that we might have missed. Let's look at the star, and then we'll look at Page of Wands. And then I'll catch up on chat too, because I do see your guys' messages. Justice, the moon, judgment. Where is it? Here we go. The star is a card about renewal. Perhaps the querent is at the end of their proverbial rope. Perhaps they run out of energy and feel that they cannot solve their problem on their own. The star is here to remind the querent, or the person, that hope, grace, and belief are not finite resources. They spring everlasting from the hearts and humans all over the world. So that's the star. And for the Page of Wands, here we go. The page cards of the tarot indicate a child's level of development. That is a moment in a human's life where They can be said to have great energy and little responsibility. The Page of Wands is a happy-go-lucky spiritual quester, enthusiastic and confident, unburdened and devil may care. Devil May Cry featuring Dante? Or featuring Dante from Devil May Cry? One might say that the Page of Wands is a pure spirit, unencumbered by notions of dogma or expectations. So if we're taking this reading, and we got it reversed, that means that maybe this is someone who wants to be happy-go-lucky, but they are encumbered by dogma and expectations. This idea of like, oh no, it should be this, it should be that. Well, that's why that kind of like complements really nicely with the star. Because kind of like we were saying, the star is kind of saying like, you don't need to be following expectations. You don't need dogma. You don't need to be grounded on earth. You could be out in space. You can dream however you want to dream. So with that, let's see the third card. Ooh, the Three of Cups reversed. The Three of Cups reversed. Okay, let's take a look at this. So do remind me once again that this was drawn reversed, which does make a difference. So the Three of Cups, Sci-Fi Tarot, the three graces of Dimension Q, sisters, friends, and masters of revels. And we have here a picture of three femme-presenting ladies. They all have different features about them. They're all holding cups in some way. And they all seem pretty, or at least these two seem pretty friendly with one another. They are looking at the viewer though. So when it comes to this suit of cups, it's usually associated with the element of water and ideas such as intuition, the unconscious, your emotions, your friendships, your connections with other people. Typically with the Three of Cups, 3 is usually the number of collaboration. So this could be some kind of partnership with multiple people. Rather than kind of like a one-on-one thing, it could be just like this idea of like teamwork or collaboration. However, it is reversed. So once again, if we think of this as like we want teamwork and collaboration, but maybe something is either lacking or in excess. So if we think that it's lacking, maybe there isn't enough collaboration. Maybe you are trying to, in order to get inspiration, you're going to other people. And maybe there's not enough feedback from people, or maybe there's too much feedback. Maybe there's too many cooks in the kitchen. And it's kind of messing with your original like ideas or your original goals, right? So you kind of want to question on like which is it? You know, is it that there's not enough, or is it that like there's kind of an overload, or is it even the idea of like you're getting some good feedback, you're getting some good collaboration going, but oh dang, I lost my train of thought. Give me a second. There's collaboration, but oh my god, it just flew out of my head. I was amping up to like a big point. But maybe it's just not following like your original ideas, right? At one point, oh, that's what I was gonna say. At what point is it something that your goal versus the goal of the people you're collaborating with? There we go. So let me read the booklet and then we'll catch up on chat. So the Three of Cups. Where's the cups? Where's my cup? Here we go. Three of Cups. As mentioned elsewhere, humans enjoy celebrations. Oftentimes they celebrated while drinking alcoholic beverages, which had the effect of humans as making them temporarily insane. This was seen as a positive thing. The alcohol would kill their brain cells and humans would behave in such a reckless manner. They would touch and kiss each other, get into fights, and sometimes conceive children. The Three of Cups denotes a celebration of collaborative success, a project where each participant benefits from the process of creation. So perhaps this is, because this is reversed, maybe this is saying that like there's a collaboration but something's missing from it. It's not as a celebratory. Maybe it's a forced collaboration, or maybe it's just a collaboration where something is lacking in a way. So yeah, putting all of these three things together, we're getting someone who is at the beginning of a journey but something is lacking. Maybe they have a lot of ideas but not enough execution, or maybe the reverse, they have the want for execution but not enough ideas. The star is here to say that inspiration is there, ideas are there. Don't feel like you have to tether them to the ground, to the earth. Don't feel like you have to tether them to dogma or expectations. And in that kind of like in that same vein, collaboration could be your friend. It could also be there could be a need of balance when it comes to collaboration with other people. And if you kind of take all these in mind, you will manifest the star. So once again, take with that however you please. There's different ways to interpret the words that I say. I might have like a certain set of like ideas in mind of what I'm talking about, but you might have a completely different idea. So for example, like I might be referring to if I were to get this spread, I would apply it in terms of work or streaming, but you might be applying it to something else, maybe family life, maybe health, you know. So take with it however you want to take with it. But yeah, let's catch up on chat. Let's catch up on chat, shall we? Now there could be observers. Got a bald spot, couldn't be me. Spade slick, Hawks boxcar, diamonds drew, clubs deuce. I know these words of which you speak. Or do I? Droog. Remember, was reversed. Thank you for the reminder. She was trying acrobatics. That does make sense, right? Also, I like the coloration of this. If we're taking a good look at it, the green offset with the red, those are complementary colors. Remember, complementary colors are colors that are kind of opposite each other on the color wheel, and they kind of make each other pop. They make each other. So many upside down women. ¿Por qué no los dos, right? Yeah, maybe there is this feeling of like collaborating with other people, but feeling like it's not enough, right? Collab, Bika, we need to form an alliance. You're on your own, brother. God, I miss that era of Tempest. Touching, kissing, they must be insane. You seems like wise bear words. Thank you. Let me know if you have any questions. But otherwise, that is your 3-card drawing. Sorry, I know there's like glare, so if you want like, let me turn this off. Ah, now you can't see it. I messed up. Can I make this? Oh no, I made it too bright. Okay, how about that? It's all good? Okay, cool. Alright, I will put the cards away for now until folks redeem once more. Yeah, I'm glad we were able to do one at the very beginning of stream when I'm not like, oh guys, I'm tired. I'm tired. Okie dokie. Let's get back to yaps. Let's get back to the yaps, shall we? Oh yeah, it's here. It's here if you guys want it. So, is this song called Delulu? I was listening to XG. What is this? Alright, let's listen to, I haven't listened to Atarashi Gakko in a while. Bam, bam, bam. So, Beans and I, but I'm tired. Then take a nap, and then fire the missiles! So, Beans and I had driving practice yesterday. My journey to relearn how to drive is still ongoing. Last week I did parallel parking for the first time, and then yesterday we practiced it even more. I was still kind of having trouble with it, but me and Beans did identify a possible problem that I had forgotten about. A bear after my own heart. We identified a certain problem that I kind of forgot about and didn't realize that it was a problem. You know, you guys make all those jokes about me being short, right? And there are a select few cubs that know what I look like IRL. I am, in fact, pretty short. Even amongst the other sun bears, I am a humble 4 feet tall. You know, I don't know how much that is in centimeters, but I am a 4 feet tall in bear size. In human size, I am jokes. Dang it. IRL, my like flesh self is 5 feet tall. I'm 5 feet tall IRL. I'm pretty short. I didn't realize that would be a problem with driving, but it is in fact a problem with driving because Beans was when we were practicing. When we practice, we have like some like collapsible cones. And he put some cones out for me to practice parallel parking. And then he was like, oh, just make sure you don't like, you know, you can see like the front of your car, right? You can, And I was like, oh no, I can't see the front of the car. And he's like, well, you can see the hood, right? No. Yeah, Devin, I need a booster seat. Cubs, I need a booster seat to drive. I need a booster seat to drive. I had forgotten about this because when I first got my license over like 13 years ago, I remember the driving instructor even said that like, I think you need a booster seat. And I used to have one too. I used to have one. It looked like it had Tweety Bird on it. You guys remember Tweety Bird? Somehow I feel not surprised. Oh my gosh. Even the driving instructor was like, yeah, I think you're kind of short. I think this is a bit of a problem. So we ended up getting a booster seat. Not like a baby booster seat. It's literally just like a little pad that you put on your seat to just like, you know, look, I'll show you the difference it makes. So this is me without the booster seat. This is me with the booster seat. Need to be this tall to ride, dang it. But I got one, okay? I got one. Or rather, Beans got one. But also, we realized with this hot California weather, we also need car shades as well. Sasuga. Sasuga Binka. Man, Tokyo calling. But yeah, so that's a problem solved. Well, I still have to practice next Sunday to see if it makes a difference, because basically I wasn't able to see certain parts of like the curb, and like I know you normally like can't see the curb, but there were parts of my car that I just couldn't see. You can move the seat up too. I do. That's the thing. The seat was already moved up all the way. The seat even goes up a little bit. Like I have a button that makes it move a little diagonally, so it can even go higher, and that still wasn't enough. That's how small I am. That's how small I am. It's funny because like our family doesn't have this anymore, but my dad had a Honda CRV at one point. Jump. I know you're trying to get the star, but also the timing of that. Once upon a time, my family had like a Honda CRV, which is one of them big cars. It's one of the only types of cars that I know because my family had one. My family also had a Honda Accord. That one was like my favorite car, even though I never. No, actually, I did drive it. That was the car that I got my license in. But, yeah, we had a CRV, and it's one of those like it's kind of like bigger, but also lifted up off the ground a little bit more. And I remember I kind of like that because I was able to see my surroundings a little bit better. How I'm thinking of you as that bunny character from ZZZ, but just driving and drifting. Wait, now I'm curious. What does that look like? Bunny from ZZZ. Is that Zenless? Oh, Zhao? Zenless Zone Zero. Oh, that's adorable. That's adorable. Wait, how tall is she? Like how tall is she? She's 3 feet and 10 inches. I'm taller than that. I'm not that small. I'm role-playing Binka grabbing something off the second from the top shelf at the grocery store. Jump. Oh my god. Like, dang it. I mean, at that point, I just give up. And at that point, I just like ask the storekeeper or like the employees, like, can I get something? Can I get that box of Cheerios? Please. Floor is Lava climbing the shelves. Have I told you guys that I've played Floor is Lava before? Not with real lava, of course, but it was one of those leadership retreats that I keep telling you guys so much about in one of my like Filipino clubs. There was one challenge, there was one workshop, and all these workshops are supposed to build your leadership and or teamwork skills. But a part of me is like, I feel like the organizers just had fun with this. So I remember like all of our like group was in like a room, and one of the organizers of the retreat came in, complete silence, and then just like looked at all of us dead in the face and said, "The floor is lava." And all of us just like scrambled on top of like the nearest bits of furniture that we could find. And we played The Floor is Lava. It was fun. It was a gay old time. Yeah. Yeah, what was I talking about? Climbing the shelves? If it makes me feel any better, when I was a kiddo and up until I reached 30, no, actually sometimes I still do it. I would climb on the countertops when I needed to reach a plate. Like I would climb on the countertops to reach plates, and I remember one time my mom saw me do it, and she was like, "You're 28. Why are you like? Why are you doing that?" And of course, this was back when I was 28, and now I'm 35. Now I just see you with a footstool, like my roomie and her footstool. I do have a footstool. I don't use it that much though, because you could just climb on the countertops. You could just climb on the countertops. There's just like a giant paw print on like one of the countertops. Goblin mode? Nah, man. No, it's bear mode. It's bear mode. You guys need to channel your inner bear. Eat more salmon. Actually, wait, that sounds pretty good. There's salmon in the fridge right now. Maybe I'll ask Beans to get me some. Anyway, the problem is solved. The problem is solved, even as the tall person countertops are great. Cats get it. It's true. It's true. They're great. Sounds expensive being a bear. A little bit. Like, a little bit. I could go without salmon. I could just get tuna. Actually, can you imagine I just end stream and I'm just like, I'm gonna eat some tuna right now. It's like, oh, thanks for reminding me, Bing Cubs. Anyway, goodbye. You just hear me like eating on the mic. Just, oh yeah, it was good tuna. I was gonna say that like recently, right after I got my my gallbladder surgery, one of my favorite snackies was just like crackers, just like plain, well, like also salted, plain crackers. But then eventually, when I was able to have more like more options for food, I would eat like tuna and crackers. And it's like, it's something that I haven't had since I was like a kid, you know, tuna and crackers. Schneef schnorf. Exactly. ASMR. I'm just eating tuna and crackers. But you see, I didn't want to have, because I used to make like tuna salad, like really basic tuna salad, like not even adding veggies in it. It's literally like you open a can of tuna, put it in a Tupperware, you add a little bit of, what do I add to it? I used to just put like Japanese mayo, like the Kewpie mayo, and a little bit of salt and pepper. But because mayo is pretty fatty, after my gallbladder surgery, I stopped putting mayonnaise and I just did lemon juice instead. So salt, pepper, lemon juice, that's it. That's it. And then I would just eat that with crackers, and it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Shiopi, hello. We're talking about how short I am. And how I am unable to reach things on countertops and shelves. And Owen, hello. Owen, hello. We're talking about how short I am. Hello, Shiopi. No. I'm not that small. I'm not that small. No, Devin. Hello, mechanics. Hello. It's me, Babinka Bear. I'm your local Sun Bear art history teacher and educational streamer. We have PawCam today. I haven't done my dailies today, actually, now that I think about it. We were talking about the pain of being small. The pain of being someone who is... My lore height is 4 feet. My actual height is 5 feet, 0 inches. And I was telling the Babing Cubs how we found out I'm doing driving practice. I'm trying to relearn how to drive after not driving for like over 13 years. And my partner and I realized that a big debuff that I've been experiencing is that I can't see like over the hood. Like I can't see the hood of my car when I'm driving. And then my partner Beans was like, oh. So let me catch up on chat. Owen, thank you for the raid. How was Easy Delivery Co? How was it? I dropped in for like a teensy bit. I saw, is it like a low poly 3D game? Were you delivering stuff as per the title implies? But hello raiders. If you guys have to raid and run, no worries, by the way. We're just gonna be yapping. Today's just a yapping stream. We also have tarot, if you guys are keen to that. But hello Owen, hello Gayla. Sparkly Race Cat Raid, hello. Short King has arrived! Saren Celeste, hello. Sunspout, hello. And thank you for joining the class, Sunspout and Saren Celeste. Thank you. So a regular Monday, oh my gosh. You guys are so mean to me. You guys are so mean to your teacher. You're small, I can pick you up. Yeah, you kind of can. You kind of can. I remember when we met at Offkai. That was such a cute moment, right? The big old hug, right? I was like, oh, he could easily carry me. Like, he could easily carry me. Velvet Violet VT, hello, Evie. Our local short. Oh my. The only thing I dislike about being small is going to concerts and not being able to see over people's heads. Yeah, even like the sit down concerts, right? Because I've been to like the theatrical shows and so and musicals and stuff, like watching Book of Mormon. And actually, Book of Mormon was fine. We had a good seat. It was watching Wicked, where I was just like, like imagine my cats here are like the person in front of me. Wait, hold on. Where's the layer for that? It's like they're. I'm like, I can't see. I can't see what's going on with the Wicked Witch. Why is she green? That's how that experience was. Why is everyone shorter than me? Someone who's my height? Yes, Sunspout, a fellow short. Hello, we finished it. I was ready to quit before Jace told me there was a true ending and it was very sweet. Oh, nice. Fury of the Small. Throwable? I know. Don't throw me. Don't throw me. Oh, dang it. See, Pinka, don't ask people why they're green. I'm sorry. It's because people are bullying me for being short. The pain of sitting behind a tall person. One time, lots of short friend at a con in the artist alley. The only way I found her was a clear cat people left, and I spotted and lost her every time. That's why, like, have you guys seen those pictures of people with the Oh no, okay, I'm mixing up two different things. So, I saw this picture of like someone with a short friend. They had them wear a hat that has an arrow pointing downward. So like in a crowd, you just have to find the arrow, right? But I was also thinking of like I feel like shortly before and after the pandemic or the Panera Bread, within my social circle in like the Filipino club that I was in, people kept on wearing these little like leaf thingies. They were clips. They were fake like leaf thingies, but they were clips, and it kind of made you look like a Pikmin. But like people would just clip it to their hair. I don't know if anyone else experienced this at the time, but I just remember like it was shortly before and after the pandemic. Like a bunch of my friends had like a little clip on their hair. And sorry, I just got an email from my therapist. Oh, okay. Okay. She rescheduled one of my appointments. That's fine. That's fine. Shortly, dang it. Give your friends a polearm prop to see over the crowd. There you go. Idol has one. Oh, that's actually, yeah, like the little leaf thing, right? I still have mine. And I remember, yeah, I was actually gifted a little leaf thing. I told her I was gonna get her, but that was still too short for her. Dang. The short troubles. It's okay. We're short kings and queens. Short monarchs. Short monarchs. It's because the creator, God, the spirits, space, whoever you believe in created you. Your adults at home or whatever. They realized that you were too strong, which is why they nerfed us. That's the official reasoning. And I'm sticking with it. I hate rich people. She hates tall people, dang it. No, I don't hate tall people. A lot of my best friends are tall. It's funny, I think I told this story before, but in, I know I keep on talking about my old Filipino club, kind of like the, back at band camp. But in my old Filipino club, I was a couple years older than everyone because I was doing my master's program while everyone else was like an undergrad. So I was the only person that like, I think when did I join? I joined like when I was like around 25, 26, and everyone else was like in their early 20s. So I was like about 4-ish years like older than everybody. But I remember when I first joined, there was this guy that was really he's really extroverted, and he always like was really enthusiastic about anything that you said. And he was also really good at connecting people. So I remember when I first joined the club, I met him and I was like, oh, I'm kind of older than everyone. I'm like 26, you know? And he's like, oh, someone else here is 26 too. You want to meet them? I was like, yeah, sure. Let's meet him. Let's meet him. And then like he introduces me to another guy. I'll call him Jay. He introduces me to another person named Jay, and he's like, oh, hey Jay, you're 26. This person's also 26. And then he like went off to be extroverted elsewhere, and I just met Jay, and Jay is like the tallest person I've ever met. He's freaking humongous. He's like, I don't know how big he is. I think he's like 6 feet something, but he's also like the same age as I am, and we actually had a lot in common. Like we are both like the eldest of like very big families. So I have I think he has like 6 siblings, and I have 3 siblings, but I also have like 3 half siblings. So we both come from like pretty big families, but he's like the eldest of his, and I'm like the eldest of like among my like full siblings. But we had a lot in common, but it was just kind of comical because we had so much in common. We're the same age, but we have the biggest height difference of anyone at that club, because I was still one of the shortest. Despite it being a Filipino club, I was still one of the shortest. And he was one of the tallest. And it's funny because he also wasn't Filipino. He kind of just joined for the vibes, and he's a very vibey guy too. I like him. To this day, he's still a pretty friend friend. So he's like 6 feet something. I'm 5 feet something, or I'm 5 feet. What am I trying to say? 5 feet something. And whenever we would hug, like just by default, without him even trying, he would be lifting me up. Like, so yeah, like I have fond memories of both the club and of Jay. Like he gives the best hugs, but I would also be lifted into the air every single time. I would have uppies by default. He'd be giving me uppies by default. Worst thing a tall friend could do is crouch down to talk. Yes! Have you guys seen that image of like how to talk to short people? Also, Emolge, hello. Redmond, hello. Let me see if I can get that picture. How not to talk to short people. I think the funniest part of that image is like the expressions. Here, I think it's this one. Yes, this is how you talk to me. If you were to encounter a sun bear in the wild, this is how you talk to me. No, don't do this. Leave. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't put your God. Do not put your paws on your knees like this. But funny. My favorite part is the expressions. The like. Definitely doing this again. No. See, look, smiles. Look at the smiles here. Look at the sign of contentment here. Is the smile bigger on this guy? The smile is bigger. The smile is bigger on this guy, and then this expression is just. Dang it. We gotta do our dailies, you guys. Also, let me exit out of here. I was looking at Jiao. Let's see. We gotta do our dailies. Enough about how short I am. We gotta do our dailies. Food guesser. For any new students, we do, when I say do our dailies, we do some like I guess mental enrichment. If that makes sense. It's just some fun games that we like to play on stream. So food guesser, let's figure this out together. It's the height of entertainment. The height of entertainment. We're learning. Beeplebees, hello. Don't ask the rest of chat what we were talking about. Sneef, snorf. You can ask them. Okay, let's see. Corn tortilla, refried beans, cheese, meat, cabbage, avocado, salsa, chorizo, radish, Oaxaca cheese. I have some suspicions. Well, what do you know? Tlayuda. I like that it has the TL in it. So does that mean that it's Nahuatl in origin? So tlayuda is a traditional dish from the state of Oaxaca, Mexico. Consists of a large, thin, crispy corn tortilla, typically about 12 inches in diameter. The tortilla is partially fried or toasted, which gives a characteristic crunch. Ooh! Is it kind of like a, I know it's gonna be like, blasphemous to make comparisons to Taco Bell when this is like legit Mexican food, right? Oaxacan even. But is it kind of like what was it in Taco Bell? The Crunchwrap Supreme? I remember that used to be my favorite back when I could eat meat. Oh man, Crunchwrap Supreme sounds good. I actually had a vegan version one time. It's pretty good. Pretty good. You got your sticker. Oaxaca cheese. Gee, I wonder, right? Right? Okay, well now I don't want to. We can look at the general. I'll put the Moist Critical height clip. Wait, how tall is Moist Critical? I assumed he was tall, right? Yeah, I as a Barifornian from Los Bincos, it's almost obligatory that I would say I love Mexican food. I love Mexican food. I just had some oh yeah, I think I told you guys that I was gonna get vegan Mexican food the other day. I got it. I got a burrito this time. It was it had vegan shrimp in it. Which it doesn't quite have the same texture as real shrimp, but it's still good. No, Charlie is a tad short. Is he really? That's a shocker. Alright, we have an ad break coming up, so we'll do the rest of Food Guesser when we come back. So let me put y'all in the cub corner. I think he's like 5'6", 5'5", not really short, but not imposing. Ah, for me that's like average height, but I think for guys that's considered short, right? Because like, well, like I said, I'm 5 foot, so lots of people are taller than me. But alright, the ad break's coming up soon. I'll see you guys in a couple of minutes. I'm gonna go get some munchies. Maybe get some Shalmon. What the heck? That was a fast 3 minutes. I didn't even have enough time to microwave my salmon. Give me a second. I'm speaking to you with my mind. Did I get one bite of my salmon? Yummy. Thank you, Sotenbori. Let's see. The average for a man in the US is 5'6". Ah, okay, makes sense. Oh yeah, Sunspout, you got your first sniff a sticker. They're stickers based off of Filipino treats. She died. She honk shoe. No, yeah, if you're subscribed, you can see me honk shoeing during the break. Honk shoe, honk shoe. Okay. Speaking of food, let's continue our food guesser. Let's see. Ooh, what is this? Wheat flour, water, salt, and yeast. Optional sourdough starter. Is that being cooked like in a field? Oh, okay, okay. The dish is a traditional round, thick sourdough flatbread made from wheat flour, often leavened with natural yeast. It's typically baked in communal ovens and has a soft, slightly chewy texture with a golden crust. Traditionally, it accompanies a variety of meals, serving as a staple in many households and pairs well with savory dishes, stews, and dips, adding a hearty and comforting element to meals. This feels like any other bread, if I'm being honest. I mean, as with everything else we see in Food Guster, it looks good. It looks like it'd be yummy, but I feel like doesn't quite narrow it down. If we're thinking of like where bread in general came from, would it be like West Asia, right? Is there a sort of limit on the doodle requests? I think the only thing with it is know that it might not be done within the stream. That, like, for example, if you requested today, it might not be done during this stream. It might be done at the next art stream. It used to just be pixel art that I would do, but because I haven't done pixel art in a minute, it might just be digital. It could be traditional. If you want to specify in your request, like if you're planning on requesting, if you want to specify like traditional or Posca marker or anything like that, you can go ahead and do that. But the word of warning is that it's probably not going to be done during this stream. That looks cute, right? Like when it's cheese and the ingredients are just milk, rennet, and salt. Yeah. No problem. I got something in mind. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Thanks for asking. All right. So where does bread come from? Let's go with Iran. Okay, so I was gonna say like I'm thinking of like, you know, Mesopotamia or something. So I'm like Iran. So west of Iran, and we're warm, you say. So if we're warm, but it doesn't say border, so it's not Iraq, it's not Turkey, so it might be right here, the Levant, as they say. Oh, maybe Egypt. Let's see, Egypt. It is Aish Shamsi. Cool. Referred to as sun bread, traditional Egyptian flatbread. It's a staple in Egyptian cuisine and particularly common in rural areas. Ah, rural. Dating back to pharaonic times, that does make me wonder, like, what is like the oldest, like, I guess, recipe that's still being used, right? Because I learned that tamales are pretty ancient. Tamales were being like eaten way back in the day. Like, I don't quite know like my time periods in like Maya and like Aztec history, but I do hear the words like classic and pre-classic being thrown around. But I have seen like ancient Maya art that depicts people with tamales. But the thing with the tamales is that they would be round rather than like kind of tubular, you know? But it's like, oh dang, if we got like pharaonic bread, you know? Well, actually, I do follow what is it? Tasting History with Max Miller, and he's made a couple of recipes from like Mesopotamia and Egypt and Greece. So tamales mentioned. I just had a tamale yesterday because it was left over from when I went to the vegan Mexican place. It was like a cheese one. It was like raja de something queso. I forget, but I'm a tamale enjoyer. I think I mentioned too not too long ago that like I didn't know that there could be sweet tamales like with strawberry and stuff. Oh man, that was such a game changer. Okay, last round. Wait, I know what this is. This is Maha Blanca. This is Philippines. Could it be? Yeah! You like how I clocked that immediately? This is Maja Blanca. So, as a little introduction for those who don't know about it, coconut. Ooh, I see your doodle request. Wait, let me copy this and I'll read it out loud as soon as I talk about Maja Blanca. Let me copy this. Let me put it in my personal Discord, just so that I don't lose it for any reason. Okay, let's talk about Maja Blanca, and then I'll read your request. So, this is coconut pudding, also known as coconut cake. I never heard it called doodle, but maybe that's another Filipino language. But it's made of coconut milk, corn kernels, cornstarch, sugar, coconut cream, condensed milk, evaporated milk, grated cheese, and latik. So it's a traditional Filipino dessert made from coconut milk, cornstarch, and sugar, commonly referred to as coconut pudding due to its gelatinous consistency. Let's see, Maja Blanca translates to beautiful white. Is that what that is? But yeah, if you guys want to see a picture of it, I'm super familiar with this. My dad makes this all the time. And it's one of those things that, like, I feel like if people aren't used to corn being used in desserts, it might seem strange. But for one, there's such a thing as sweet corn. I do like things that are sweet corn flavored a lot. Especially, there's like sweet corn chips too. But yeah, this is basically like coconut pudding with like grated coconut over it for texture, and then there's also whole corn kernels in it, also for texture. And it's a very interesting like sensation too. It's a very interesting texture because this is basically like pudding, but then you also have some like little bits of corn in it too. So it's really yummy. It's very sweet too. So if you have a sweet tooth, 100% recommend. 100%. So let's see. Rajas de queso poblano. Probably, I think that's what our tamales were. Our flavor of it. Okay, so Sultan Bori, you requested your OC in bear form. Black fur, white coat, black shirt and pants, black hiking running shoes, bandages around the front paws, orange circle glasses with a silver frame. It can be cutesy or whatever style you like to usually draw your bears in. And let's have that in digital, please. Sure, you got it. I might start on it today, at least with like MS Paint, just so I have the details down, and then I'll do a digital on like Procreate. So it's nice and you know, nice and refined. There we go. Maja Blanca, my beloved, yes. Uy, Philippines! Thanks for the big emote. Rigged ew coconut. Yeah, understandable. Actually, if you dislike the texture of coconut, this doesn't usually have it. It's more like a pudding. So if you like coconut flavored things, this might be up your alley, but I kind of get it. Like, even though I like coconut flavored things, I'm actually not a big fan of the texture of coconuts. It's something that I kind of just bear with. It's something that I just kind of bear with. There are certain textures where I just won't touch with a 10-foot pole, but like coconut is something that I'm willing to like go through. Corn kernel. That's an evil sexy bird from Bloomborough. Thank you. I do love coconut. I grew up eating Cantonese cream buns with the coconut flakes and love coconut macaroons. Oh, nice. Have you tried vegan yogurt? They use coconut for the base. Yeah, I love coconut flavored things a lot. Like, especially if I get like a Thai iced tea with like coconut milk in it. I love it. Because there's also, one of my other favorite like Filipino desserts is buko pandan. And it's made of like young coconut. That's what buko means. And then pandan is like it's like a plant, I think. A lot of other Southeast Asian nations have them too. I think like Vietnam has like pandan flavored stuff. So yeah. Have you tried? Oh yeah, so I read that part. You're gonna hate me for this. I hate coconut. Artificial and legit. Different strokes for different folks, right? Different strokes for different folks. But yeah, this is one of my favorite desserts over here. So Maja Blanca is Filipino. Uy, Philippines! And we got a gastronomical genius. So let me go ahead and put that in the daily games. Paste. Nice. We got an almost perfect on today's food guesser. And now let's do time guesser. I stepped away. Who's stroking, folks? No strokes. I was saying different strokes for different folks. We have our preferences, right? Oh my god, we're on Tatooine. Oh my god, it's Luke. It's Luke. Where he at though? Is he like where they filmed the sequel trilogy. Wasn't that in... Oh my gosh, where was that? I want to say it was like a Polynesian country or like a part of New Zealand. But a part of me is like thinking that maybe it's like European or something. Speaking of... No, we're gonna keep things class appropriate in here. We're gonna keep things class appropriate. So yeah, that's the voice of the Joker here. This is Mark Hamill. Do you guys know that, by the way? Do you guys know that, like, in addition to being Luke Skywalker, he's also, like, an amazing, like, voice actor. He voiced the Joker in, like, the classic Batman animated series alongside, was it Kevin Conroy was Batman? You know what? Me and Beans, we were talking this weekend about, like, we used to both be really into DC Comics, and I kind of want to, like, re-explore that part of my life again. I used to be really into, like, especially, like, Bat Family. He's a huge Republican. I do know that he supports a certain entity that I don't want to name, but do you know that Mark Hamill voiced Majima in Yakuza 1? And says that he insists that he never did? What the heck? That's so confusing. It's more down south, I think? Okay. But yeah, I didn't know the part about him being Republican. I do know that he supports, like, a certain, like, entity. He supports Candle. That is what he supports. That is. But anyway. Was it? Yeah, not Polynesia, but, like, I want to say, like, New Zealand or something like that. Let's see. You know who is it? The Chosen One and actual main character of the Star Wars verse. Are you talking about Jar Jar Binks? Or are you talking about, oh my god, what was his name? Kid Fisto? Are you talking about Kid Fisto? The one who's voiced by, like, Phil Lamar? Do you remember where Lord of the Rings was filmed? I don't. That's why I'm like, is it New Zealand? But I honestly don't know. If you guys are saying south, is it like Antarctica? Like, I think it's the same country, New Zealand. I do want to know who Devin purports is the chosen one of the Star Wars verse. Please be Kit Fisto. It's not Kit Fisto. Dang it! What do you mean? No, what the f? Like, okay, give me a second. Oh, look at this guy. Look at this guy. He kind of grows on you. He kind of grows on you. Partially, it's because he's, I believe he's voiced by Phil Lamar. I don't remember if he's voiced by Phil Lamar in the movies, but I think he's voiced by Phil Lamar in, like, one of the series. Or I could just be misremembering. He destroyed the Sith. It's like the whole lore. Yeah, Jar Jar, right? Is it Jar Jar? No, wait, he is a Sith. He is a Sith. Who am I thinking of? I don't know who I'm thinking of. Stereotypically glorp. I was thinking of the Adimundi MF. Oh, I don't remember. Now my Star Wars lore is, like, off. Alright, let's say the southernmost, or let's say Auckland. Let's say that it's this one. When did the sequel series come out? Uh-oh. I straight up don't remember when the sequel series came out. Was it, like, that was, like, late 2010s, right? Yeah, you're right. Jar Jar is a Sith. You know who's a great Star Wars character, though? Neil? You'd love Neil? I don't doubt you. Who is Neil? Like, is it 2018? The guy with the damn 25... I know. Okay, now I know exactly who you mean. Was he on, like, the council? Was he the one with, like... Yeah, he's like a 25 head and he has, like, a ponytail at the very end of it. He's, like, in the council of all the Jedis, right? You'd love Neil? Google him? Okay. Give me a second. Neil Star Wars. Oh my god, you're right. I do love Neil. I know who he is. Remember in the 3D animated show, he did, like, a flipping jump and he went, like, 3 stories high? Yeah. Okay, Adimundi. Is that his name? Yes, the 25 head. When Kayla said 25 head, I was like, okay, I know who this is. I was like, I know exactly who you're talking about. Now that you said 25 head, yeah. I do like Neil. I think Neil is neat. Alright, let's do 2018 New Zealand or Auckland Island. No! No! Oh my gosh. We were so far off. Is this Gibraltar? Oh my gosh. We were so off. We got the year right though. Gibraltar as in the Strait of? Crazy business. Okay. Okay, where's this? Where's this? I got 2 guide! Dang it. No, the thing is, it wasn't even you guys influencing me. I legit thought that took place in, like, New Zealand. So I had no idea. That was my own. I didn't get 2 guide. I got my own guide. Straight ew. Achoo. Wait, what? Is this still Atarashi Gakko? Nah, whatever. Okay, where are we now? Where in the world is Bubinko Bear? Dang, there's like a lot of cut off text. BP? Could that be something? Where is this? Okay, so I feel like there's gonna be. Wait, does it say Edelstein? Nah, I thought it said Edelstein. Edelstein is like the national flower of Austria, I think, right? Self-guide. 5 guide. Wait, I'm gonna take another bite of my little salmon. Yum yum yum. So it's a cycling competition, right? Isn't there a big one in Paris? And then this kind of like structure that kind of resembles like atoms and stuff. Reminds me of like the 50s. Salmon? Binka's eating her Digimon. No, it's Salmon. It's Salmon. I'm gonna say Paris, because isn't there's like a cycling competition or something, right? In Paris? Is it Paris? I don't know anything about bicycles. Not even how to ride one. 1957 Paris. Lock it in. No. Cyclists at the Tour de France. Ah, Tour de France! Yeah, what Shiopi said. Tour de France. Gathered in front of the Atomium? In Brussels before the start of stage 2. The 206 kilometer, what the heck is a kilometer? Leg of the race from Brussels to Dunkirk, France. Ah, so it ends up in France. Or does it start in France and then go to Belgium and then end up back in France? I don't know nothing about biking. Front! Okay, now where in the world are we? We got color photography. Quite colorful, actually. We got some military soldiers getting their steps in. We have a building in the background. German flag, right? Well, it's the colors of the German flag, but there's some kind of like insignia, right? And if I don't know, the hair looks like it would be maybe. Oh, I'm actually not sure. I was gonna say 70s, because I'm seeing a lot of like long hair, especially on the boys and the men. Like I kind of want to say 70s, but it could also be like 60s. France. So Germany in like the 50s, 60s, that still would have been divided, like East-West Berlin, right? Because the flags are like German colors, but I don't know. I'm second guessing myself. Let's say 70s. 70s Berlin. But I don't know where in Berlin, so we'll put it on this side. Make a guess. Okay, it was Berlin. So it says East German soldiers performing the Great Changing of the Guard ceremony in East Berlin. During the East German era, this bi-weekly event served as a tourist attraction at the site. Oh, okay. And we were only 3 years off. Not too bad. Not too bad. Fun fact, Salamon's English dub name Salamon was named after one of the dubber's cats. They hadn't seen Gaudamon's pre-evo yet, but assumed it came from a cat. Aww. Wait, I love that. It's kind of like how Slifer the Sky Dragon is named after, like, what, the executive producer of, like, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Dub or something like that? Was that the origin of it? Or am I misremembering? I just remember Matthew always being like, now I summon Slifer, the executive producer. Okay. Yeah, I have no idea where this could be. Like, at all. Like, I just, you know, like, not a single thought in my head. Alright, so we have, let's see, the Capitol. I'm assuming that's the Capitol building. Capitol. Here we go. Dev Chase Plays, hello! Hello, hello, thank you for the raid. How you guys doing? You guys were playing Deltarune. Ooh, tell me how that was. Hello, how you guys doing? My name's Babinka Bear, your local Sunbear art history teacher and educational streamer, and we're playing Time Guesser. We're guessing the time. It's not horrid out, I'm gonna run to the store. Yeah, right? When the temperature is like, what, 70s? Survive, Devin, don't get burned alive out there. And thank you for the lurk. But hello, Dev Chase Plays, how you doing? How you doing? If you have to raid and run, no worries at all, but feel free to let me know how Deltarune was going. We're just guessing where this, where and when this takes place. I'm thinking this is the Capitol building, right? Capitol building, the question is, or actually it's a road leading up to the Capitol building. So now we have to decide, like, time period. The cars? Okay, the fashion... We already had a guess in the 70s. Even though the fashion looks like it could be 70s, maybe 80s, maybe even 90s. Metrobus? I just love sulfuric acid. Let's see. Zoom into the flag, there might be less than 50 stars. Oh crap, you might be right. I got a lurk to do some stuff, but I hope stream is going well. Thank you, Dev Chase. Thank you. Pepe Cats is out of stock. Smash his phone. I will hopefully be back. Yeah, no worries at all. No worries at all. Wait, is Pet the Cat's really out of stock? Or maybe it's on cooldown. I don't remember if I put like a... If I put a limit on it. Oh, I did! Wait! Did I really put a limit on it? That should be unlimited. Hold on, let me change that right now. Let me change it right now. Where's Pepette the Cat? No, yeah, why did I do that? I didn't mean to do limited redemptions per stream. Especially not for Pet. There is a cooldown though. I do put a cooldown. Rationing the pets. I had no idea. It might have been when I was like changing the redeem on in order to limit it. Like whenever we go on like break and stuff. Okay, so once again the question is, what time period is this? They're celebrating something. We just don't know what it is they're celebrating. I'll say the 80s. Let's say the 80s, but like early 80s. Ah, okay. 1 year off. So it was the 80s. Crowds lining Pennsylvania Avenue in Washington, D.C. to welcome the buses carrying 52 former American hostages who were held for 444 days in Iran after their capture at the U.S. Embassy in Tehran during the Iranian Revolution. Dear Starlight, thank you for joining the class. Hello, welcome. Yeah, we got pretty close to that one. Hello. Rationing pets is a recession indicator. No, I unrationed it. You saw that movie? I didn't know that there was a... What's the movie? Well, I guess we know what the movie's about, but what's the name of it? Dianork, hello. We're currently playing Time Guesser. Oh, look at all them hats. We got a lot of hats here. That's also a lot of people. Also London, so we have a location, we just need a time period. We got Honses. This is a lot of people. That's like a scary amount of people. Like, what's happening here? What's going on? Pipette is on cooldown so the cats don't get overstimulated and bite. Exactly. You understand. So you understand. Bravingtons. So this is London. Unless that... unless the sign is trying to lead us astray, right? You have to run? No worries, Dianork. Thank you for checking in. Let's do London. Let's see. May 31st, June 1st at 3 p.m. Flying displays by Hawker come to end something? Hawker British Airmen? Okay. British Airmen. Oh my gosh. That's how many people there are. They're just like crowding around like everything they can crowd around. They're just sitting on here. They're sitting. Argo with Ben Affleck. Ah, okay. Thank you, Pexcool. Thank you, thank you. Let's see. So there's horses, but that doesn't necessarily tell us anything about the time period. It's more so like the hats and fashion. And then if there's mentions of airway, or like airmen. I think I saw a woman somewhere in the crowd, and she had like the cloche hat. Here, right? No, it's not really a cloche hat. But I do feel like that's later than the 1910s. So maybe late 1920s, early 1930s, London? Let's see. 10 years off, it was 1919. A large crowd at London's King's Cross watching the parade of Australian Imperial Force troops who are awaiting repatriation following the end of the First World War. Ah, okay, okay. It's a lot of the same hat, right? Hats? This is definitely a year. Maybe 1900s to 1940s. Definitely any time there. That's literally how I do Time Guesser. It's like, oh, this could be anywhere from the 1960s, maybe 70s, or even 80s. Maybe even 90s. Or perhaps even 2000s. But okay, we were 10 years off, but we did not do too bad. We broke the 40,000. Had it not been for the freaking Mark Hamill like picture, I feel like we would have gotten another high score. We did not. We are getting better each time. We are getting better each time, but this time, no shebang. But all right, we did our dailies for the day. We looked at the 25 head. We unrationed some of the redeems. So let's see. I still want to go in for just a little bit more. We haven't quite hit the 2-hour mark. I think probably at the 2-hour mark we'll probably call it from there. But how about this? Let me turn on MS Paint. Just so that we can get some stuff squared away with Sotenbori's request. Sotenbori had requested a doodle. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna doodle it on MS Paint, but I'm gonna like refine it, or at least I'm gonna get the ideas down on MS Paint, and then draw it out on what's it called, on Procreate. Here we go. There we go. MS Paint. Oh, let's make that a little bit bigger. There we go. Sounds good? Yeah. So do you have a reference, Sotenbori, for your OC, or did you kind of want me to just go off of the text and like interpret it as best as I could? Because I know it said your OC, but as a bear. So, see, everything here is definitely in between 1826 to present day, 100%. It's true. It's true. And this is definitely a location. It's definitely a location, you know? Also, I got pinged in something. Okay, cool. Cool. And I'm just checking out another ping that I got. Oh, it's the Digimon TCG events and stuff. I was like, why am I getting pinged on stuff? But okay, let me go back to... Let's see, it said... I copied your text, Sotenbori. It said OC in bear form, black fur, white coat, black shirt, and pants. So let me see if I can like doodle something like that. I don't know, not the best artist, so I haven't really actually drawn him well. Okay, then we'll do our best. We'll do our best based off of the text description that you gave, which is gonna be part of the fun, actually. Dove Beetle, hello. We're gonna be doing a doodle request, or the beginnings of a doodle request, and then, yeah, we'll kind of go from there. So let's see, a bear? Actually, if it's not, I always draw my bear ears really small because my ears are very small comparatively. Because that's how sun bears be. That's just how sun bears be. But other bears usually have very big ears. So let's draw an ear over here, ear over here. I might have something I can send you privately for some refining later, but it'll take some digging and I won't DM without permission. Thank you, Sotenbori. Thank you. That's actually like a boundary that I'm glad people are aware of, but also like I'm glad that you are asking beforehand. So yes, feel free to DM me if you do find it. And no rush, no pressure. So let's see. We have our basic bear face. Let's do a bear body. No, I accidentally right-clicked. I didn't know that undid everything. Wait, does right-click really undo it? Or I guess if you're drawing something and you right-click, it cancels it. Ah, I learned something new. I learned something new about MS Paint. And then draw some little feet. So we have a bear. And because it seems to be a not so popular hairstyle, he has a faux hawk, but it's on the shorter side. Oh, I love faux hawks. I remember when that was kind of all the rage in the 2010s. I saw that sneezing sunbear gif you posted in the Discord, and what an absolute creature, literal freak of nature. I mean, we are, right? We do be like that. Look, watch this. Achoo! See? You gotta love it. And let's draw some eyes. Question is, what style of eyes? Because we could also do kind of like a Binka special like that. Or we could do a bean special. Where the pupils are looking in different directions. We could just do something like that too. We could also do big old doleful eyes. Alright, so we have a basic bear template. Let's see the rest of the prompt. Black fur, white coat, black shirt and pants. We could do the black shirt and pants. When I see the word shirt, I typically imagine a t-shirt, but I guess like technically it's like a shirt like this, right? Like when people say shirt. And pants. Wait, it actually shouldn't be straight like that. It should be a little bit more curved. With pants. I had a t-shirt in mind, but it could also be a button-up. We could do t-shirt then. Let me do t-shirt. It's fun to do this with MS Paint because I'm doing this with mouse and it's like sometimes the mouse doesn't always move the way that you want it to, but you know what? That's part of the fun. Okay, let me erase some parts. He's staring into my soul. I mean, that's actually what all bears do. You might not notice it, but they always stare into your soul. They all got them doleful eyes. I think I accidentally like defaulted to skinny jeans. I don't know if that was what you were going for, if you want them to be a bit baggier, but I think it's also one of those like sometimes beginner drawers do that where they don't exaggerate the clothing over the form. They just kind of like add things to kind of imply that like, oh, it's a shirt, right? But I am trying to work on more on that as well. It's a long coat, so it's like one of those really long extra those really extra coats that hang down low, not quite drag along the floor. Ah, so kind of like, I imagine like a detective type. Now, I'm not really great at drawing those types of coats, but let me look at a reference really quick. So, long coat. Are you perhaps imagining something like this, but in white? After weeks of lazy, it's done. Ooh, feel free to share. What is done? It is done. I'll take another bite of my salmon. Righto? Okay, cool. Yeah, like a trench coat. Let me use this as a reference. Yum 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 yum. Put MS Paint back on there. It's in Creative Cubs. Let me check it out. Oh my gosh, that's awesome! That's so awesome, Fugubi. That's so cute. Like, let me see if I could open it in my browser. Look at what Fugubi made. It's the Bear Squad. So we got me, Beans, Mega Bronson, and Folk with our respective favorite Digimon. I love that. Thank you for doing this. This is gonna be the next. If you're okay with it, I'm gonna be using it in the next schedule art. This is amazing. Wait, let me get another bite of my salmon. I love the Digivices. This is so awesome. I'm just like admiring all the different details. Matthew, thank you for gifting us up to Fugubi. Also made the Digivice with your colors. Yeah, I just saw that right now. I like the black Digivice, very edgy, right? But then also Beans with the red Digivice and Bronson with the pink Digivice. Folk with the brown and blue. That's so perfect. Sorry if I'm pausing, it's because I'm chewing, but I also really like the different poses. There's something I like. I think I like Beans' pose the most. And how like it shows a little bit of everyone's personality in a way. Same with like the poses for the Digimon too. It feels like you didn't just like, I guess like well, you used like a reference, you didn't copy the exact reference, right? Like you put your own poses in there, and I love that. I dig that. Sente. This is so cute. All right, I'm saving this right now. I also like the, did you like you also lined the way that you lined it, you did like the same color as the fur but darker. That's one of my favorite like kind of like digital art things. Well, it's not always just digital art, but I love that. Monzemon is so adorable, right? Nice, thank you for the hype train. That's so cute. You did? Yeah, I love it. Like, there's so much like detail for, oh my gosh. Guys, wait. Look at that, wait. Look at Gatomon's tail ring. It has the cool S. Is that an Amogus? And Lost! Oh my gosh. It's Lost, the cool S, and an Amogus. Amogus. Well, Ish, now we gotta work out some kind of collab so we can use this for a thumbnail. Yeah, actually, I'd be down. I know Mega Bronson's been also wanting a collab with. We need to finish Raft first of all, but yes, I would be down for a collab with all the bears. All the memes, I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for Gooby. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me get back to the MS Paint. Gosh, I love that so much. Okay, so Sotenbori, you said something earlier. His pants weren't exactly jeans, just anything that had pockets and isn't cotton, which I don't know the name of. Okay, so some kind of like just general pants. So let me draw the coat. I'm not great at drawing coats, but I will do my best. It's for me it's always like the I guess lapels, is that what they're called? And then we can actually take off the line that denotes the t-shirt. Rai rai, Suki rai rai. There we go. And let's see, what are you guys think? Terrible idea. We attempt a 4-player Digimon World 4 netplay working. I don't know if I've ever played 4. What's like the what's the deal with 4? What's the deal with 4? Folk Beans, Binka, Mega Bronson, Digimon Rumble Arena 2 collab. There's a 2? There's a 2? Alright, the lapels. How does this work? Tsuki Rai Rai. Tsuki Tsuki Kai Rai. Tsuki Rai Rai. Pockets here. And this is supposed to be white, right? Okay, so we have a coat. Let me go back down to my to our ref. Let's see, so black fur, white coat, black shirt and pants, black hiking running shoes. Ah, okay. Let me get a reference for that. So black hiking shoes. Oh yeah, I've seen shoes like this before. They're kind of like sport shoes, right? Or I associate them with like sportiness, right? And then we'll also eventually change the face too. I kind of want to like add little things like this. Bow, bow, bow. We can also change the eyes too. Wakateru. Oh yeah, the shoes. Oh, I might need to move this whole bear up. So that way we can also focus on the shoes. Zoom in a little bit. No, you're on to something. Digimon 4 Suffering Stream when? I never played Digimon World 4, but it's a 4-player that has Agumon, Vmon, Gyomon, Dorumon with swords for some reason. Doesn't look like it reviewed well. Oh man. I'm intrigued. Because those are all like protagonist type Digimon, right? Shoes are another thing that I could use a little bit more work on drawing, but we're doing our best. Otonaburu. Okay, with sports shoes. Let's see. Oh, there's a bug in here. I have my mosquito catcher on though. Come on, mosquito catcher. Yeah, this one I'll definitely need to like make very much use a reference for this one. At least the shoes. But I think another fun part of it will be simplifying for like a cartoonier style. Ding ding ding. Okay. Bandages around his front paws. Oh, what happened to him? Bandages around front paws. Oop, didn't mean to do that. Kind of like how a boxer would do it, perhaps. That's the idea. Oh, cool, awesome. And then what else? Orange circle glasses with a silver frame. With a silver frame. Oh, I think I get what you're saying. So it's kind of like, you know what? Let me do it with can I do it with reduced opacity? Kind of like this. Kind of like that, you mean? Like when you say orange, orange frames. With the silver frame, he can be cutesy or whatever style you like. Do you usually draw your bears in? Oh yeah, and then you said a faux hawk too, right? I think that'll be the cherry on top here. Alright, let me get a reference for a faux hawk. I remember they were super big back when I was like in like latter high school and college. I had to throw in a little bit of Vash there because I loved his glasses. Yeah, I love that. I've been trying to get into the idea of like making more OCs based off characters that I like and designs that I like. Because like I said, I feel like I kind of missed out on having like an OC phase, even though it's not a phase. Like an OC phase in like my younger days. So now it's like now I'm trying to make up for lost time. And a part of me like wants a tiefling with the horns of if you guys are familiar with Fate Grand Order, Ibaraki Doji, I like the way her horns are. They're just kind of just straight up horns. Yeah, Bash from Trigun. Which I never finished. I never watched when it was originally airing, and then me and Beans, he watched it before. He watched it in its entirety, and then we watched the first, like, couple episodes, and it was a vibe. It was a vibe. There's nothing that we disliked, but we eventually just, like, started watching, like, other things and kind of forgot about it, but in the car, he always plays one of the, I think the opening theme a lot. And I always think of, like, the specific, part of the opening where he walks weird, you know? Like, where he's just, I think it's, like, from the first episode or something, but he's, like, walking into a town and he's, like, walking, like, leading with his shoulders, kind of. Alright, let me see the faux hawk. I need a good angle of the faux hawk. Now that's a character I haven't seen in ages. Oh, Ibaraki Doji? Yeah, there's like other characters that I want to draw inspiration from. Like personality-wise, I kind of like the character, oh my god, what was her name? The female general in Bleach who like is focused on healing. And in the most recent seasons, she has like a lot of stuff going on with her character. I won't spoil it for those that haven't watched 1,000-Year Blood War, but just know that it's like crazy. Like what happens with her character. Okay, a faux hawk. How do I pull that off? This is gonna be like the closest approximation I can do. Just at the moment. Or actually, maybe something like this. How's that? The brand new Trigun is good. Oh yeah, I heard about the brand new Trigun. I heard that it's like people have asked like, oh, should I watch the new one and then the old one, or the old one and the new one? And people are like, either, like literally either. You could do like either order and it'll be good. I always like the idea of a little bear with a faux hawk, like how some babies have them when you put them in a bath and mess with their hair. Yes. Oh my gosh, I have this really cute picture of like my sister when she was still a baby, and my brother. Like they're just actually, what's their age difference? My youngest brother was born in 2002 and she was born 2008, so there's like a 6-year difference between them. But I remember there's like this cute picture of like they're bathing together, and my little sister's like still a baby at this point. But let me see if I can like draw an approximation of it. And my dad loves to do this too. He likes to like make our hair stick up. Like in the shower. And she had like kind of long hair, but you know, she had like all these like suds and stuff in her hair, like all these bubbles and stuff. But she had like this much hair sticking up. And they're like in the bathtub. With just all these like bubbles and stuff. Good times with the family, yeah. The new Trigun's completely different, so yeah, the right answer is watch both, doesn't matter the order. Oh, yay! That makes me happy. Santa suds! Exactly, exactly. So yeah, would this image be good for me to use as a reference for like the actual doodle itself, Sotenbori? Let me know if there's anything else that you want me to add or anything like that. But otherwise, I'll go with something like this, and I'll do it more so in like I'll experiment more with the style as well. Also, let me know if there's any like design you want me to put on the shirt or anything like that. Yeah, I'm digging this. I like this. Let me see if I can let me hide this for a second just so I could save it. Sotenbori. It's perfect. I'll send you something when I can find the pictures. Sure. And then one last question is, would you want me to do the doodle on stream? Oh, you know what? I don't know if I could do it on stream anymore because or yeah, would you want me to do it on stream, or would you want me to do it off stream and then just have it to you ASAP? Because I kind of deleted not deleted. I used to have a subscription for like a service that lets me mirror my iPad to either way is fine, whichever is most convenient. All right, cool. I might do it off stream then if that's okay with you. But yeah, I actually don't know if I could do any more art streams. This isn't just to Sotenbori, but this is to anyone. If you guys liked my Procreate streams, I kind of wanted to stop spending so much money on subscriptions, so I stopped paying for a subscription that lets me share my iPad. And I was just thinking like, oh, for art, I'm just gonna do MS Paint from now on. I appreciate it either way. Okay, cool. I appreciate you requesting a doodle from me. There's a program that I use to screen share the iPad. Ooh, do tell. 3U Tools, it's free. Oh, okay, cool. Let me check this out. 3U Tools. Because yeah, I was paying a subscription for something called APowerSoft. And it works pretty well, but the only thing is that like it's pretty hefty for like a subscription. I'm used to paying like $10 a month for some subscriptions, but this one was like $20 a month, and I was like, I don't know if I want to do that anymore. 3U Tools, awesome, thank you, Dove Beetle. This is super useful. 3U Air Player specifically. Okay, cool. 3U Air Player. Okie dokie. Awesome. So with this, I do think that I'm going to go ahead and call it from here. Let me go ahead and make sure that no raids are coming in. Oh, let me stop that ad break right now. But thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed the yaps and the arts. Thanks for stream. Thank you. Don't forget, we haven't done it in a while, I feel, but our oh no, we did do a mosh pit. We did do a mosh pit last stream, but we're gonna do it again. Zako Hello hits you with the placebo effect beam. Oh no, what placebo effect am I getting? But yeah, thank you for everyone for stopping by for the doodle and for the yaps and for the time guessing. It's always fun to do that. So let's see, what are we listening to? I always want to do snow halation, but I know I will just feel pain. Let's see, I Want It That Way. We did listen to that one already. Mesopotamia. We could do Alamat again. Or we could do XG since we were listening. Oh, you know what? Regloss. I've been trying to get back into Regloss. If you guys remember Regloss, they're like under the same umbrella as what's it called? Hololive. Nibibika, thank you, Tear Starlight. Thank you. Oh yeah, we have our end of stream mosh pit. If you guys are new students and don't know what that is, we have an end of stream tradition where we just play some music and you guys can mosh. And the way we'll do that is once you hear the music, go ahead and spam your favorite emotes. And I'm gonna make your little stream avatars fight each other with a command. There's no correlation between who spams the most emotes and who wins the mosh pit. It's RNG and it's not rigged. So once you hear the music, get to moshing. But wait, what the? How did that happen? I clicked on Regloss. How did it go to Saidere? A glitch, mayhaps? But it's okay. Wait, what happened? What the? What is happening with my YouTube? So this is a cover of Regloss's song. YouTube's been redirecting me to random things lately. How mysterious. Well, anyway. Here we go. Mosh pit time. Iwakan. Tomete ita Hibi no naka Aramareta Story Monokuro data Shiki ga ima Brand new world Goro wawareta Shunkan heart beat もう一人じゃないきらめく星国ある想像は It's Fugubi versus Sotenbori. Who's gonna get it? Sotenbori currently has more HP, but could there be an HP pact? It's Sotenbori for the win. Let's go. But you know what? We have just enough time for another one. Did I come back for the end? You totally did, Devin. You totally did. You totally did. But guess what? You're just in time for round 2. Fight. Dancing time. 奪われた瞬間ハートビートもう一人じゃないきらめく星国愛想想像は The freaking emotes. The Vexco, that emote is killing me. Yo, and it's Tear Starlight for the second round win. Let's go. Melancholy. Do we have enough time for another round? Nah, not quite. Not quite. But you know what's funny? The person that I'm hoping to raid into just went on ad break. But we could stall for time. We could stall for time for another couple minutes. Dokomademo. Alright, the person that I want to raid into, we're still gonna raid into them, but they're currently on ad break. Oh, and I gotta dodge my own ad break. So I'm gonna get for one more minute. I've been trying to get back into Regloss because I kind of like stopped listening to them after one of the members graduated. And I was like, man, what's even the point? But it wasn't even my Oshi that graduated. It was just someone that I liked a lot, you know? But I think it was also like because they had the like lowest voice or like the most baritone voice. Part of me was like, oh man, like I hate it when I'm into a band that has like, you know, more baritone voices and the one person with the baritone voice like graduates. Because it's the second time it's happened to me. I used to follow a band called, it was a K-pop band. Oh dang, now I'm getting the streamer debuff. I forgot the name of the band, but it's the second time where it's like it was a band with like I think 3 girls and 1 guy, and the one guy had to go had to like take a hiatus because they were in the military service, and then they ended up just graduating, and I'm like, man. But yes, Matthew, it's Aokun. Aokun graduated from Regloss, and I'm like, oh man, this is the second time. So I stopped listening to them for a while, but recently I was like, you know what? Run it again. But anyway, that's my short stall for time. We're gonna raid into Mega Bronson. He's a fellow bear. You saw him in Fugubi's drawing. He's playing Minecraft for the first time. He's kind of addicted. He's kind of addicted to it. It's fun to see. So we're gonna raid into a fellow bear right now. And yeah, tell him I say hello. We're gonna see each other again Thursday. Thursday? I think Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. And it's gonna be more yapping. How about that? Thanks for the stream. Peace and love. You got it. Alright, let's start the raid. Alright, I hope you guys have a good morning, afternoon, and evening. And as always, I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Bye-bye. We raid. Oh my god, the raid command. Oh no, wait, Matthew did that. I was like, oh my gosh, the raid command works. But alas, thank you, Matthew.